Hello, welcome to part 2 of the Elves and the Shoemaker. Basically, what happened last time was there was this couple and they were shoemakers. They made really good shoes and their shop was really busy, but that is until the Snow Nation attacked. So there was this really big snowstorm that broke several houses, and then when spring came, the snow melted and then it flooded the farms, so everybody left because of their ruined farmland. So now that they're not selling as much shoes anymore, they aren't earning enough money to buy leather. So they're on their last piece of leather. And then just before the husband was about to make the last pair of shoes, he decided to just leave his tools on the workbench and then go upstairs to sleep. When the couple came down back onto the shop, they saw that a pair of wonderful shoes has been made. Coincidentally, there was this man who walked in and said that his shoes were ruined and he needed another pair of shoes. So, he was the first to test out the mysterious pair of shoes, and then guess what? They fit perfectly to a T. So, the couple was even more confused, but the man was so impressed by his shoes that he gave the couple of gold coin, enough to buy 2 more pieces of leather for 2 more pairs of shoes. So, the man, he left the leather on the tools, and guess what happens? Let's find out. The next morning, the shoemaker and his wife came down to the shop to discover that 2 more pairs of shoes had been made from the leather he left out. "How could this be, said the shoemaker to his wife. Before she could answer, 2 ladies walked in. "Good day," one of them said. "My husband came in yesterday and bought the most glorious pair of shoes. My sister and I would like something as well." As luck had it, the 2 new pairs of shoes fit perfectly. "Goodness," said the woman, "these are delightful. I'll tell everyone I know to visit your shop." And she did. Soon the shoemaker's shop was bustling. 2 women and their many friends paid handsomely for their shoes. The shoemaker and his wife were able to buy more and more leather, and night after night, the leather was sewn into fine pairs of shoes. "We must discover who is helping us," shoemaker said to his wife one evening. "Let's stay up late and hide to see who is making these shoes." The shoemaker and his wife sat quietly in the shadows of their shop. Just after midnight, they heard a sound. They peered around the corner to spy their 2 elves happily at work on a new pair of shoes. "Why, it's elves," said the shoemaker's wife. "But look at their clothes. They work so hard to make tiny shoes for us. They worked so hard to make fine shoes for us, yet they only wear rags for themselves." The shoemaker's wife decided that the next night she would leave out new suits of clothes to thank the elves. The next day was another busy one in the shop. The shoemaker and his wife had enough shoes to fill every shelf. At the end of the day, the shoemaker's wife sat down at the workbench. Rather than leaving out pieces of leather, this time she left out 2 tiny outfits that she had sewn herself. She hoped that the elves would like them. The shoemaker and his wife hid once again. Like the night before, they heard a sound, just after midnight. When they peered around the corner this time, however, they saw the 2 tiny elves wearing their new clothes and dancing happily together. After that night, the elves never returned, but the town was thriving again, due in part to the success of the shoemaker's shop. People traveled for miles to buy shoes there. Times were good again. They all lived happily ever after, thanks to the kindness of the 2 tiny strangers. The end. I hope that you liked the story, and I also hope that you liked my background. It's a nice pale shade of color. It's like a greenish. I don't know. More gray. I don't know. So, yeah. See you next time on the next one. Bye bye. Shoes. Everybody loves eating shoes. Shoes is the most tasty to dogs and humans.